name is Paige Phelan. I'll be completing the lab for Dr. Pishva's class at Parker University. This is the Physical and Chemical Properties lab. So in this lab, we're going to be testing magnesium, copper metal, mossy zinc, magnesium oxide, copper 3 carbonate, copper 3 nitrate, and sodium chloride. The first test we're going to do, we're going to put the substance in a test tube, and we're going to heat it with nothing else in there. The second, we're going to add water and heat that. In the third and fourth, we're going to be adding hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide and seeing the reaction. So the first one we're going to do is magnesium. So we're going to put a little bit of magnesium in each one. Okay. There's a little bit in each test tube. And that should be good. All right. So we're going to do this backwards, actually. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our fourth test tube. I'm going to be adding sodium hydroxide. And, okay, so I'll say about 6 drops. Okay, just enough to kind of cover it. Okay, we'll let that sit for a little bit. As of right now, it looks like a lot of before. It was really shiny, and it's not so shiny anymore. It's kind of a dull gray, so it's losing a lot of its metallic properties. Okay, in the third test tube, we're going to be adding hydrochloric acid. There was gas produced. It fizzed, and it scared me. So there's hissing going on in there. There's a very obvious chemical reaction going on. That scared me. Okay. So the next test we're going to do, I'm going to move these back. And we're going to add cold water. The first thing I see, I wouldn't technically call it a reaction, but it all clumped together, so it's all in just a big clump right now. And there's some going up towards the top. Alright, so next step is to light our burner fuel. Okay, so our burner stand is now lit. Well, I'm going to be holding on to the test tube. So, there's tongs. I'm seeing some bubbles in there. And a lot of them that were hanging out around the top are no longer at the top. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing a reaction in there besides the bubbles. I am seeing the bubbles, and all of the pieces that were floating at the top are no longer floating. And I am seeing that the shininess is mostly gone. And the water's a little bit cloudy compared to how it started. Okay. Let that cool off. I'm actually going to dip it in our water. Okay. And our last test is to just heat it up without any water or anything and see what happens. And I'm not seeing any kind of reaction whatsoever. Alright, so looking back at this one that was heated up, the water's definitely cloudy and it's not as shiny as it was before. And the one we added our hydrochloric acid to, I wouldn't say it's dissolving, but it looks like it's heading that way. And still not really any reaction to the hydroxide. So that completes the first section of the lab. Thank you.